Welcome back to Let's Make a Game, a channel about making computer role-playing games using the free program Twine and the Sugarcube format for Twine. In my previous video, I introduced a program for randomly generating logic puzzles. It generates logic puzzles which are always of a very similar pattern. It always has all of this text telling you there are three beings, one's an angel, one's a devil, and one's an alien, but you don't know who is who. The angel only makes true statements, the devil only false statements, and the alien can make true or false statements. And then it gives you statements that the three beings make. But the statements are always different, and the answer of who is always different. So they're different puzzles, always of the same basic type. In this video, I would like to talk about an addition that I've made to the program. Previously, the statements were always is statements. They're always I am the angel, the devil, or the alien, or being two, or being three, or being one is the angel, the devil, or the alien. I have added the ability to make negative statements. They now make positive and negative statements. So they make negative statements like I am not the alien, or being two is not the devil, or being three is not, the angel or whatever. So let's go through an example here. So we have the introductory text, which is always the same, and then we have the statements, and we're going to try and work it out and check the answer, and then I'll go through the additions to the code that made it possible to have sort of two different types of statement. So the first statement is being one says that being three is the devil. Being two says that being one is the angel. And being three says, I am not the alien, and being one is the alien. So probably the first thing that I would look at in this case is this statement by being two. Being two says, being one is the angel. The angel will never make that statement because there's only ever one angel, and angels always make true statements. And so an angel will never say someone else is the angel. The alien can make whatever statement it wants. It can make true or false statements. And the devil could say that being one is the angel if it was untrue, because the devil always makes false statements. So we know that being two is not the angel. And we also know that if being two is the devil, then being one must be, if being two is the devil, then this statement must be a lie, which means that being one must be not the angel. And because being one can't also be the devil, they would have to be the alien. In other words, broadly, we know that being two is not the angel. And specifically, if they're the devil, then the beings are alien, devil, and angel, respectively, if that makes sense. So let's put a pin in that possibility of angel, devil, and alien, and let's look at the other possibility, which is that being two is the alien. If being two is the alien, well, then obviously the other two are the angel and devil, because that must be so given the introductory text. So it's either angel, alien, devil. In other words, being one is the angel, being two the alien, or being three the devil, or devil, alien, angel. In other words, being one is the devil, being two is the alien, and being three is an angel. So we have three possibilities, and that is alien, devil, angel, angel, alien, devil, or devil, alien, angel. So what I'd probably do then, and I'm not doing all this in my head, this is way too hard to do in my head, I'm writing this down on a piece of paper, but we could have a look at the possibilities and see whether they contradict each other. So if we have devil, alien, angel, being 1 would say being 3 is the devil, which would be a lie, which makes sense for the devil. And being 3 would say I am not the alien, and being 1 is the alien. Well, in the possibility devil, alien, angel, being 1 is not the alien. So that would be the angel lying, and that's not possible. So we can eliminate that possibility. And that gives us alien, devil, angel, or angel, alien, devil. So let's look at angel, alien, devil. That statement would be correct because the angel would be saying that being 3 is the devil, which indeed he is. The alien, well, you can never eliminate anything by looking at the alien statements because the alien can make both true and false statements. But if being 3 was the devil, then their statement that they're not the alien would be true, and the devil never makes true statements. So again, we can eliminate that possibility. And that leaves only one possibility, which is alien, devil, angel. So let's have a look at that. Well, the alien statements are always compatible. The devil says being 1 is the angel. Well, that's a lie. They're the alien. And being 3, who is the angel, says I am not the alien. Being 1 is the alien. And we know that being 1 in this circumstance is the alien. So it looks like the answer must be alien, devil, angel. And when we click, we find that indeed it is alien, devil, angel. So that's quite a difficult one. Sometimes they're easier, sometimes they're harder, but that's probably on the more difficult side. So let's now go through the code that was necessary to make that happen. So these two pages are basically the same where we set up the variables. The differences start here. So we, as I've said before, Z is the being that's making the claim. Y is the being about whom the claim is made. So being Z claims that being Y. And X used to be a claim that they have that role. But now we've added the possibility of negative statements like that then someone is not the angel or not the alien or something like that. And I've decided to represent that by giving X a negative value. So now, if X is positive, then it's being Z claiming that being Y has role X. And if it's negative, it's being Z claiming that being Y does not have role minus X. So for example, if Z was 2, Y was 1, and X was also, let's say X was minus 2, then that would be being 2 claiming that being 1 does not have role minus 2. Does not have role 2. So that's mostly dealt with in the page generate statement. So let's go to that, and then when we finish with that, we'll come back and deal with the rest of this page, which is fairly straightforward. So as before, we generate Y and X being a random number from 1 to 3. But now, because we have the possibility of negative numbers, we have this thing here which says if the random number from 1 to 2 is equal to 1, then set X equal to minus X. So 3 becomes minus 3, 2 becomes minus 2, and 1 becomes minus 1. All right. So now, when we're checking whether a statement is true or false, we have to add a couple of cases, because we have to deal with these cases where someone's claiming that somebody does not have role minus X. So I've divided it into if X is over 0, else do that. Now, previously X was always over 0, so the code that was there before is just as it is, but now it's within this if X is over 0. So I don't need to go through that, in other words, but just to mention that it picks up the possibility that the devil has made a true statement or an angel has made that actually should be false. I've just noticed. Sorry. Luckily, it's a comment, but so it doesn't affect the code. But yeah, sorry about that. So it's devil making a true statement, angel making a false statement, and if either of those cases prevails, then it includes generate statement, which just means go and try again, set up another set of values for x and y to see if it's one that the being can make. But the new stuff is here. So we have now, I'll just refresh your memory of what R is. R is the role. R is where the answer is stored, basically. So R1 gives you what being 1 is. R2 gives you what being 2 is, and R3 gives you what being 3 is. And a value of 1 means angel, and a value of 2 means devil, and a value of 3 means alien. So, for example, if R1 is equal to 2, then being 1 is equal to roll number 2, which is the devil. So if roll Z is equal to 2, in other words, if the being making the claim is the devil, and roll Y does not equal minus X, then that's the devil making a true statement, because remember the claim is that somebody is not roll X. And if RY does not equal, that's what that exclamation mark equals means, if RY does not equal minus X, then that's a true statement. And therefore that's not something that can happen, and so therefore we need to include generate statement. In other words, try again. And similarly, if RY is equal to minus X and RZ equals 1, in other words, if the being making the claim is the angel, and if RY is equal to -2, then the claim that they don't have that role is false, and therefore we need to include the generate statement. So the addition is we need to have code that that picks up true negative statements and true negative statements by the devil and false negative statements by the angel, parallel to these ones picking which we had before to deal with positive claims. So the only other change is a sort of grammar change, which is this is what the previous code was, but now we have to go, if x is greater than 0, then it's a positive claim. We put in, we begin the statement with I am the, or being y is the. Otherwise, it's a negative claim, otherwise it's a negative claim, and therefore it begins with I am not the, or being y is not the. And the only other change is that instead of nx, we now have n math.absx. Math.abs is a bit of Java code. Actually, it has to be capital M ATH.abs. That's a bit of JavaScript. Sorry, I think I said Java code, which is not a thing. It's a bit of JavaScript which gives you the absolute value. So you type math.abs bracket -2 end bracket, and that will return a value of 2. If you put a positive number in there, it'll return a value of, it'll just return the same value. So it turns negative values into their sort of opposite positive values. And the reason for that is the array n, which is n for names, we need to end the claim by saying something like being 3 is not the angel, but we've got a number, so we don't want to say being 3 is not the 2. We need to look at what role number 2 is and put that as part of this S array, which is the statements that are made as text, and that's what's displayed to the user at the end. The other place we need new code, the only other place we need new code is in elimination. And there's quite a lot of new code here. I'm not going to go through every bit of it. Broadly, what happens on this page is we look at all of the possible different claims that could be made, and it eliminates those possibilities that can be eliminated. And then there's a little bit of code at the end which counts. We count up how many possibilities have been eliminated, and if we've eliminated all possibilities except one, we go to give the question, and then they can click on to get the answer. Or if we haven't eliminated all of those possibilities, then we go back to statements, and we make another being make another statement, and we keep doing that until we've made enough statements that we can eliminate all possibilities except one. And when that has happened, the puzzle is completely solvable. So let's briefly go through elimination. Broadly, what happens, all of the code that was already there for eliminating stuff, I've put within, if x is over 0, then just behave as before, right? I won't go through this stuff because I have gone through it, and I'll go through the negative ones briefly. Else, x is negative. Of course, if x is not over 0, then x will be under 0, because there's no way that x can be exactly 0 in this program. X is negative, so we know, this is just a reminder to myself, being z claims that being y does not have role minus x. So for example, and then we go, as before, we go, if z is equal to y, we know that it's a claim about the self. It's an I am not the claim, and if that's not the case, then we know that it's a negative claim about a different being. And that allows us to eliminate different ones. So for example, if x is equal to -1, that is a claim to not be the angel. That's quite a good one, because we know that only the alien can make this claim. The angel would never falsely claim not to be the angel, and the devil would never truthfully claim not to be the angel. So we can get rid of all of the possibilities in which being Z is either the angel or the alien. And similarly, or sort of opposite to that, a claim not to be the devil doesn't eliminate anything, because the devil will claim not to be the devil because that's a lie. The angel will claim not to be the devil because it's the truth, and the alien will claim not to be the devil because the alien can make any claim. And so on and so on. So if someone claims not to be the alien, well, either the angel or the alien will make that claim. The devil will never make that claim because it's true. And so we eliminate all the possibilities where being Z is the devil, and so on. I'll just do one more example. If x is equal to -1, this is a negative claim about another being. Oops, sorry about that. This is a negative claim about a being different to oneself, and we're claiming that that being is not the angel. Well, that eliminates the possibility that the claimant is the angel, because an angel would never claim another being to be an angel, because that claim is always false if you've got one angel, one devil, and one alien. So you get rid of all the possibilities where the claimant is the angel, and so on. It's just sort of, there's quite a lot of code, because I can't find a simple formula for how to do this. I had to go through and sort of do each possibility by hand. So a claim that I am the angel, a claim that I am the devil, a claim that I am the alien, a claim that another being is not the devil, and so on. There's probably, well, it's logic, so there must be some sort of pattern, but I can't find a sort of single elegant algorithm that deals with every case, and I don't know of one. If anyone does, please put it in the comments. It'd be great to be able to clean this code up. But anyway, so we go through there, we eliminate all the possibilities, and the rest of the program is the same. Eventually, we give all of the statements, and the player can click once they've worked it out or realise that they can't work it out. They get the answer. So there are still other possibilities. I'd quite like to have beings being sane and insane. So insane beings, all of their beliefs are false. So if you have an insane angel, it will always say false things, because it tries to tell the truth, but all of its beliefs are wrong. And so, similarly, if you have an insane devil, it will always tell the truth because it always it always tries to say things which are false, but all of its beliefs are false, and so it lies about its own false beliefs. Um, so I hope what I've done. I mean, whether I do that or not depends on whether there's enough interest, of course. Um, but I hope that what I did today was useful or interesting to at least some of you, and I hope you will tune in next time.